At the end was a set of stairs leading down into the ship. It looked as though they led all the way to the bottom deck. They looked down. It didn't seem to be flooded. After deciding it was safe, they headed down the stairs. Before long, Junpei and his companions found themselves on the bottom deck. They turned left into another hallway, and at the end of which they found another door. And of course, there was a symbol engraved over the keyhole. It looked like the sort of harpoon one would use to hunt fish, with three prongs. It's Neptune, and it's a trident. Snake traced the shape of it with his fingers. This would be the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere. Neptune key. All Junpei had was the Uranus key card. Not the same planet, and not even the same sort of key. Clearly it wasn't going to open this door. After examining the door for a few more minutes, they gave up and headed back the way they'd come. With a little more searching, they found a metal door. To the side of it was a card reader. A symbol was engraved onto the card reader. It matched the Uranus symbol on the key card Junpei was carrying. "This is the place," he muttered to himself and slid the key card through the reader. It beeped once, and the light on it turned green. With a heavy metal groan, the door creaked open. Junpei, Clover, Snake, and Seven looked at one another, nodded, and stepped through. The room they found themselves in was full of books. "Well, yeah, it's a library," it said so on the card. It looked remarkably like a library. "Gee, you think?" Not the sort of library where large numbers of people came to read books. More the sort of a library that simply was a place to store books. He felt a little overwhelmed by the sheer number of books, but Junpei did his best to speak with authority. "Alright, if we want to get through that door there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it." "Okay." "Very well." "Sure thing." "Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry!" Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge. As he began his search, for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here, ladies and gentlemen. I have played through this room already, and as such, me fumbling around blind doesn't really help because, well, I'm not technically doing it blind. So I have the walkthrough open and just kept past here so I can catch up to where I left off. There's a note on the table. "Lights to the books." Huh, what does that mean? Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader is on to the next. They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness, rather like myself. That's horrible. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, not at all. I live in the darkness, yes, but that has gifted me with the ability to catch the truths others might miss. I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you might say. Okay. But going on to what I was saying, I'm just gonna go really direct. I'm not gonna... Oh, damn it, I hit the wrong thing. The handrail is made of metal. I'm not gonna, mess around and read all the interesting things. What's the deal with these titles? They're all just gibberish. Hey, what if we, switch them around? Switch them around? Yeah! If we move them around, maybe they'll spell something. Oh, I get it. Yeah, heck, it's worth a shot. Open here, find bulb. How about this? Looks like putting the books in the right order opened this thing right up. That was a piece of cake. Hooray! You did it, Junpei! I guess that turned out well enough. So the letters from the title spell out, open here, find bulb. But what could the bulb be for? The light bulb looks like it's brand new. And it's really big, so it'll make a lot of light. That is true. Okay. Okay, now I have to find... Oh, there's the staircase. Okay, there's a thing over here. In the middle of the glass door is a cylinder lock. You know, the kind of lock where you rotate the numbers around until you've got the right ones to open it. What the hell is this? It's like they just gave us the answer. I guess I might as well give it a shot. This one's really easy. 6, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5. Although I could understand if you thought maybe you have to read it one way or the other. You weren't entirely sure. You did it, Junpei! Yay! I don't know why, but I don't really feel particularly happy about being praised for that. Whatever. At least the lock's open now. Let's see if we can get it to open, alright? I like Clover. She's like my personal cheer squad right now. Oh look, another light bulb. Feels like a light bulb. Pretty high wattage, too. Unless I missed my guess, this should generate quite a bit of light. Okay. Oh, right, I forgot I have to hit that, derp. Okay, so now we go to this one. Let's see what we've got here. So many books here. I wonder what this one's... Whoa, what's this? Warm? Oh, sorry. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hey, what's the deal with this sappy stuff? Oh, that's not what I was looking for, but I guess that was good fun too. This is the scaffolding for the top floor. It goes all the way to all 4 corners of the room. I hate when I do that. There we go. There are books here in all sorts of languages. I can't read them. Oh, really? I could have swore... Am I missing something? I'm trying to remember where the next one is. Maybe it's these here. Modern Japanese literature, huh? A picture book. Here? Looks like it's an old folktale. Don't you think it's a little weird that this book's the only picture book? Maybe you ought to hold on to it. It's got a magic wand on it. Okay. Actually looks more like a hammer. So, what's inside? Let's see. A Japanese story with a magic hammer. I feel like I've heard that story, but I'm drawing a blank right now. If someone else knows Japanese folklore, please enlighten me. So what's inside? Well, aren't you going to open it? Pretty sure it's just going to have passages inside. Smart out. Whoa! SE5. SE5? What is that? Well, when I opened it, these 4 letters popped out. Actually, 3 letters and a minus sign. So I guess it's a pop-up book, huh? SE5. I wonder what that means. Okay, now where's the next book? You know, while we're here, might as well. Agriculture and Historical Organizations of in Folklore. What's this? Origin of Japanese Folklore? Looks like there are a bunch of books about Japanese culture here. Mostly ones about folklore, though. Well, folklore can cover a wide range of subjects. History, urban life, religious trends, environmental changes, oral traditions. Folklore can cover all those things if you know where to look. This looks pretty deep. Oop, I accidentally threw my stylus. Okay, back upstairs. Now where are we going? Let's see, where's the next bookshelf? Is it... No, not that. Do you think we should hold hands where there aren't handrails? I'll be fine. I can feel vibrations in the floor that tell me where I am. That's not what I meant. Oh. Which one of these? Mother Nature. Is that some sort of book about hippie chicks? Probably not. Except perhaps tangentially. It's most likely about environmental protection. I was just trying to make a joke. Dude, hippie chicks? Really? Well, I thought it was kind of funny. Theories of the Cambrian explosion? Did a bomb go off near somewhere called Cambria? Wrong kind of explosion. Roughly 500 million years ago, during what is known as the Cambrian period, research suggests that a variety of living organisms increased by an order of magnitude. Why that happened, however, is still something of a mystery. There's a number of theories. This book is most likely a collection of them. I don't remember getting that last time. Introduction to Geology, huh? Thinking about the Earth, even when you're in the ocean, kind of romantic in a way, I guess. This one says, Transition of Extinct Species. You need to hurry it up, or we're going to end up in the pages of a book like that. Ha! The Theory of Evolution. Heck, even I know this one. This is that Darwin guy, right? Well, yes and no. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of Species. In it, he put forth his theory of evolution. Yeah, I remember that part. He called it natural selection. Exactly.
Paleontology? This one's about fossils, right? Ammonites are pretty nasty looking.
Why did mankind lose their tails? Junpei, do you know what this one's about? Why are you asking me? I didn't even know we had tails to lose. Maybe you should ask a human with a tail. Mankind's ancestors are most likely lost their tails, as they were no longer useful and the nutrients required to grow them were better put to use elsewhere. At least that's what I read. I was rather young. I may have remembered it incorrectly. Why the hell would a kid be remembering a book like that? Micrographia, huh? Ah yes, Robert Hooke's famous work, first published in 1665. He built a microscope and examined insects, inorganic substances, and other things too small to be seen in detail by the human eye. He then drew pictures of many things he'd examined and published them in a book. I'd hazard a guess this shelf is concerned with natural sciences. Creatures of the South Seas, huh? I wonder if this one's got pictures of colorful fish and stuff. Okay, I was totally wrong. Is it up here then, maybe?
This one says the golden rabbit and the moon on it. Does that mean it's about a rabbit that lives on the moon? Rabbits are pretty cute, but what's that moon stuff about?
It's talking about the Judas tree that's said to grow on the moon, according to the Chinese legend. Teletomorphation and telepathy. What the hell is this one about? Well, I know what telepathy is, but I've never heard of telemorphation, whatever the fuck it was. It refers to having the ability to travel through time. Ah, and I still seem to be not finding the right areas. This book is called, Mindswipe. Oh, I actually like this one.
You mean you could, like, change bodies with someone? Well, I guess I wouldn't mind switching bodies with my brother or Junpei too much, but I'd rather die than let Seven switch with me.
What the hell? Like, I'd even want to swap bodies with a little brat, like...
Hey, were you just imagining it? You were!
Shut up! Yeah, well, he wasn't the only one. Kitab al-Zahif. Man, they got some weird stuff here. I can't even pronounce this one.
Who's that? Some famous guy?
It's not a person's name. It's the name of a fictional book created by Abdul al-Hazred. It's said to be one of the sources used in the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon. Also often used in H.P. Lovecraft's work.
Oh. So these are all occult books and stuff.
Okay, what about this up here? Is there one of the books I need up here, maybe? An overview of photochemistry?
I think whoever set this up wanted us to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it, okay?
Huh? Looks like there's a whole lot of space behind these books.
Look, Junpei! I think there's something hidden behind the book.
Oh hey, I found the next bulb. This is a brand new light bulb. Looks like a pretty high wattage one too. Okay, we have all the bulbs, now we just have to find the remaining books. What's that one called? It says Foundations of DNA and Genetic Engineering. Automated Robotic Assembly Line Techniques. Huh.
What's that? Some sort of comic book? Geez, I guess boys really like that stuff. Huh.
No, you're thinking of a different sort of robot. This book is talking about automated machinery that's used to build things, like cars. Communication and Computer Science. Huh. That's a pretty generic title. To be honest, it's so vague, I don't really know what it might be about. This book is called Communication and Computer Science. Okay, maybe I have to look on this side? Energy theory, huh? I don't even understand the damn title. Looks like this shelf's all science and technology. Nope, that's where that was. The handrail is made of metal, probably a wise choice of building material. Hey, it's another one of these kid picture books. It looks like a lot like the other one we found. This one has some Native Americans on the cover. Hey Junpei, take a look at this one. Native Americans, huh? Maybe it's got some... Whoa! LRK. I guess it's one of them pop-up book. That's a pop-up book, huh? It's got the letters LRK popping out of it. Can't make any sense of them, though. Large, round, and kinky? Somehow I doubt that, Seven, but I really... I like you. You're probably one of my favorite people here. Nah, probably not. Gee, I can't imagine why it wouldn't be that. Oh, that's where that one was. Anything up there? Energy theory, development of nanotechnology materials. Interactions between shortwave energy and matter. What else we've got?
Just listening to you read those titles is giving me a headache.
I can't say I fancy technology stuff, and I get along really well. Oops. Accidentally hit my microphone. Keep talking about that stuff, and you're gonna put me to sleep. And that wouldn't be good. Let's see. Where's the last one, if I can remember? I didn't mean to do that. Scaffolding in the shape of a cross. Maybe it's down here and I just missed it. It's not that. I know that for a fact. Algebraic number theory. Math, huh? There's another one like that over here. You mean something like primary number theory, or analytical number theory, or geometry?
Oh my gosh, how did you know? Nobody said anything about those.
Well, number theory is usually split into 4 chief disciplines. If there's a book called Algebraic Number Theory, I took a wild guess that the other 3 might be there as well. Looks like I was right. The Pythagorean Theorem. This is a famous one. Sounds like there are a number of math books in this section.
That's a weird book, Junpei. Indian mathematics? That's funny.
Why is that funny? I agree. Why is that funny? This one's Goldbach's Conjecture. Conjecture? Is it about, like, magic or psychic stuff or something? Right, I bet it's about jewelry, isn't it? It may have an odd title, but it's actually a very respectable mathematics book. It deals with one of the unsolved problems of additive number theory. Sorry I said anything. Look, let's not get into that right now, okay?
It says, Riemann's hypothesis. What is there to hypothesize with a Riemann? Isn't it pretty straightforward?
Heavens no, there are many factors: length, girth, lubrication, or lack thereof. It's an exciting and rapidly growing field.
Well,
I don't even know what the fuck that thing is they talked about right there. Let's see, is this one I already looked at? Oh yeah, this is the Japanese bookshelf. What about this one? Bunch of books on folklore and myth here. Okay. Did I look in this one? Look here on all sorts of languages. Can't read them. I'm definitely missing something. I'm sure of that. And this is math stuff. I know it's not that bookshelf there yet. An iron plate bolted down. I don't think it's a door. I think it's just a wall. Damn it. Scaffolding again. Goes all the way to the four corners of the room. I wanted to go up the damn stairs. Okay, what's this? Book called... Okay, yeah, we already looked at that one. What about this one? Book called Mother Nature. Already looked at that one. The Golden Rabbit and the Moon. Already looked at that as well. I know there's one more book at least. No, that's Mother Nature again. What about that one? No, that's the light bulb one. Maybe there's another pop-up book around here. No, I've read all of those. Damn it, I hit the wrong button. Ancient Gladiators. What's this book doing here? Maybe they were researching human physical limits around history? Human equilibrium theory. Human anatomy.
Generation of internal organs?
This book is just called The Section. This bookshelf must be all medical books. From what I can tell, it sounds as though these books have been organized by genre. This library must be massive. I'm rather impressed at how well organized it is.
Oh, look, 7, here's a book that's perfect for you. It's called Correlation of Muscle, Bone Density, and Bone Strength.
You're just saying that because it says muscle.
This one looks like that picture book from earlier. The one with the pop-ups.
You think they're part of a series or something? They do have the same binding.
There's a baseball in this one. Come on, Junpei, let's see what's in it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's probably baseball stuff. Whoa! Head.
This is a pop-up book. It's got the letters H-E-A-D popping out of it.
Okay. Now I think we've gathered everything we need at the moment. Let us go down. Look at the thing we haven't looked at yet. Alright, so there are 3 lights here. I'm going to change these bulbs. Now they should... Whoa! Those light bulbs really make a difference. It's pretty bright in here now. Okay, before we move on, we're at 53 minutes for this video, so I'm going to stop it really quick and start it back up. Be right back. Okay, and we're back. Now to put the books on. It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look kind of like music stands. Okay, how about we try putting these picture books on the stands? Then... Sheldrake 5.
Awesome! It looks like it worked!
Way to go, Junpei. Good job, buddy.
There's something projecting on the bottom.
These letters, they seem familiar. By the way, you have to click that. Even if you know where that book is, you have to click it. Sheldrake 5. Sheldrake. Junpei read the text out loud. I think I saw the rest of this collection somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
7 and Clover walked off, leaving Junpei and Snake behind. Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean. Junpei grinned. Yeah, Lotus told me about him. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He had a rather interesting theory. The theory of morphogenic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance. Really? From Lotus, huh? Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff. She did? Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
Ah, that girl. I told her not to tell anyone. You did? Why? Junpei's eyes narrowed. Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay? Tell you what? Don't give me that. About the experiment. Snake's shoulders slumped, and he shook his head slowly. He finally given up. Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything, but not here. Let's move to the top floor. Junpei nodded. With that, they climbed the stairs to the top floor. Snake was silent for a moment after they arrived, and finally crossed his arms and spoke. I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet, and why I made sure Clover did as well. By the way, I think it, automatically speeds through the dialogue, so I might not be able to get to read it in time. Just letting you know that now. So it might be in your best interest to pause at certain points. You'll know when, because I'll fumble and then... yeah. To be honest, the explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a message engraved on a card. Snake reached into his sleeve and pulled out a small, stiff piece of paper. It looked a good deal like the one he'd shown everyone on the central staircase. So you had 2 cards? No, only one. Huh? What do you mean? I thought that card just had some rules for the nonary game on it. Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read you. However, they were not the only thing on the card. There was something I didn't read. Oh, by the way, another thought just occurred to me. So 5 people that were here were involved in the nonary game in some way, shape, or form last time. Not including Zero, of course. Or did I include Zero in that list? Let's see, 3, 1, 9, 4, and 2. No, well, technically I did, because we assume that he's 0, 3, but I digress. So all of them were part of the nonary game. This is correct. And... shit, I lost my train of thought. I was going to mention something about that, but I can't remember it now. There was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say there was something I couldn't read. And that was... Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago. Tell, and I'll activate your sister's detonator. Oh. Now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't have read that. Because, post. Well, whatever. Sorry about that. Allergies. Well, Snake nodded. Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too? I don't believe she did. But doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth but not hers? Yeah, that does seem a little weird. To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you. Oh, right, now I remember what I was going to say. So, Zero mentioned that one person among them had played the nonary game before, which was a blatant lie. Turns out, 5 people were all involved with the nonary game. So he just straight up lied to all of them, though that's not that surprising. That girl. What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs, happy as a clam now that you're back. Snake glanced down at Clover and Seven, examining one of the bookshelves, but he's blind. He literally can't glance down. Did they forget that? And just put that in as dialogue? Or could they not have thought of any other way to have him do something to, I guess, air quotes, look at them? Well, whatever. That's very true. I've decided I can trust you. I've decided to tell you the truth. The chance that Santa is 0 is very high. I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment. And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us. Why not? Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the last experiment. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't kill us, no matter what the situation was. Snake paused and cocked his head, as though he was listening to something very far away. Another thought I had. Was Santa's story about his sister true? About her dying, I mean. He never mentioned exactly how she died 9 years ago. But he did mention she died. That could have been a lie. His face looked dark, as though something was weighing on him. Hey, Snake? Junpei wasn't quite sure what to say. Snake turned and looked at him. Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment? Yeah. How much do you know? Junpei relayed to Snake everything Clover had told him.